Great.
Okay.
American flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one
state, under God, one and indivisible.
Let us pray. God, we ask for your blessings and for your help to keep everyone healthy and safe, and look after our first responders and emergency personnel and keep them out of harm's way. We pray for your guidance in the matters at hand and give us the wisdom to make wise decisions for the people we serve. Lord, we thank you for this day you've given us, and please be with each and every one of us as we move forward with every day ahead. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you. Okay, any public comments? Okay. We'll move down to the consent agenda. Anybody have anything on the consent agenda that they have questions about or? No? Okay, do I hear a motion to approve?
Move to approve the consent agenda. No, second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, the first item on our regular agenda is to consider and or approve the donation of fire shelters and the use agreement with LEPC. And Brandon Strope, the president of the LEPC, or the chairperson of the LEPC, is here to kind of explain and answer any questions.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners. So after the last River Bridge fire, I pulled up right as the maintainers were lining up, and there's nothing that makes you feel better than seeing like this army of, non-traditional fire.
Yay, Dwayne.
Ready to help put out fires. A day or two after that, was watching the news and saw the maintainer kind of almost get burned over there in Oklahoma. And so he I think he got stuck in the sand or had a flat. And so they came in and tried to pull him out. Thankfully, like I said, it didn't get that bad. They got the grass rig there just on time to put it out. They started talking, and our crews, they've got fire shelters in 1988. Is that right? So they're a little out of date. They don't really expire, but they will delaminate. They will lose some of their quality. And so, being from 88, they're definitely in time for replacement. So went to the board with LEPC, asked, hey, could we get $5,000 to donate some of these? At the time, I thought it was 8. Now that there's actually 10 pieces of equipment, but we've got 8 today. So if Commissioners Court would accept the donation, LAPC would like to donate these to the county for the use of our road and bridge folks when they're out there fighting fires. If you're not familiar with them, what they are is basically it's a quick deploy shelter. It looks kind of like a Mylar, like cold weather. When you're trying to warm up, you deploy it, you pull it over yourself. It's not fireproof, it's fire resistant. Basically what it's for is if they get stuck and they're about to get, the fire coming over their equipment, training's to stay in your equipment because you got a little bit of protection, but this will give them some more heat protection inside that vehicle. And so along with the agreement, basically kind of just indemnifies both parties. We don't have a lawyer, so I went to ChatGPT and it said, basically, this would be a good agreement. I tried to not put any committal language in there because I, again, work for the city with a budget. We can't guarantee we're going to replace stuff in 5-10 years. So I put in there as a good faith effort. Just basically, if you all say, hey, we'll definitely consider it. And if we can afford it, we'll replace these. If there's money in the budget the next year or two, maybe get those last 2 for the other piece of equipment. That'd be awesome to kind of see that come together. And then really the only other thing in there is if for some reason they stop being used for that purpose, whether something changes and they're not able to respond to fires or something along those lines, that they be donated back to the LAPC so we can hand those out to volunteer departments in the region. I'll be happy to answer your questions.
Craig has looked at the agreement and approved it. Any questions? Okay, do I hear a motion to approve?
Yeah, sir.
I move to approve or accept the donation for the fire shelters and the use agreement with LEPC.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Thank you. And I do need everybody to sign that. So I'll just pass that around and sign it. All right, item 2 is to consider and or approve the airport manager applying for a depredation permit with Texas Parks and Wildlife. Baltazar, you want to kind of go over that and explain?
So the definition permit is to Parks and Wildlife. As we know, we have a minor deer problem at the airport, and we'd like to take care of it legally. So I would like to apply for this permit. Cover our base on the legal end of it. Do what we have to do, if it needs to happen. I believe it's
250 is what you told me. Mhm.
250, to apply for it. And we can put as a county, whoever we,
Do we have we? I mean, do we have some people that we're going to put on this?
part of it.
We haven't really figured out who we're gonna allow to do that.
The board wants to put a professional hunter in that situation in case, we do have deer. They're hard to chase back out once they get out there. The last time they were getting underneath a fence, that is a deer-proof fence that they put up years ago, but they were getting underneath the gate and getting in. We've had that fixed. They always seem to find a way, don't they? Every once in a while, not all the time.
Yeah.
Once they get out there, you can't hurt them like you do cattle. You can't hardly get them to do what you want them to do.
So this permit, what it is in case we do have to put them down, it's the legal way of doing it.
I attached some additional information. If something is killed out there, it does have to be field dressed properly and the meat donated. It can't be
Mhm.
used to stop somebody's freezing.
Correct.
And then there is also a report that you have to file with the wildlife. So
this-
make sure that we are doing that.
Right,
But this is through the wildlife.
Texas Parks and Wildlife.
What is the FFA in using firearms for anyone? How do they regulate that?
FAA.
Yep. Because we can't just have anybody just shooting on the airport.
No, that's kind of a big thing. Of course, there's always been plenty of people. We'll take care of the problem for you.
I'm gonna give it to him.
But
I
I don't want
definitely can do it in
anybody
half
just
an
out
hour.
there. I don't want anybody just out there, he said, just willy-nilly shooting because. The FAA. It's kind of the airport's discussion.
But it's our liability though.
Yes.
May be liable to plane hits a deer too, though. So it's important to keep it under control.
I think if we have the deer-proof fence, I don't think we have liability. We've done what we can. They enter at their own risk.
Yeah, we still don't want to take a chance. I mean, may not happen.
Evidently, if I'm,
Did you
Thank
talk to the FAA about it? Handle it this way?
I've read up a couple of things. I haven't specifically talked to the FAA. It's more of a text thought thing. Is airport's discretion.
and I mean, they have actually on this permit, if y'all saw that, where airports are one of the allowable places to, because of problems with the runways and the deers. So evidently they've worked all that out. Cause that's one of the allowable places that this would happen.
But all this came about, like I said, I've had plenty of people. We'll take care of the problem for you. We'll take care of the problem. For you.
Right, everyone wants to shoot.
There's ways to do it. And as far as if we have to take that step, like Keisha said, this is the way we do it, fill out the report. The biggest thing is who
Right,
would y'all like to be on this permit?
On this additional information, I did read that it says applicants are expected to have tried other reasonable control measures prior to seeking a definition permit. For example, allowing a group of hunters to utilize their antlerless deer tags or apply for and utilize antlerless, is that a word? Deer permit.
Well, the problem
And
is,
so I don't know what that means.
well, that means they won't have antlers, but you don't get permits unless you're a big rancher and you got too many does. Mule deer, as far as a regular tag, you cannot take a doe and mule deer. And that's what these are. They're mule deer. So it's, there's all kinds of variables.
So it allows you to kill those
If
antlerless?
you're a big landowner and you have too many does, the population's more does than or bucks, then they'll give you permits.
Oh,
But the airport's not that big of an area. You know, you couldn't get them for that reason.
And the one question everybody asks is how are they getting in? But we have quite a few people at the airport. There's been many confirmed. We've watched them jump.
oh, wow.
This true story.
So can we use the airport, the grant that we get every year to
Ramp grant?
raise the fence? Actually, Alicia asked me about that, but I'm gonna act like
Allowable expense for the
to
rent?
raise the fence up even higher.
Yeah, okay.
On the ramp grant,
I think there's some spaces. There's some spaces that I know for a fact, if they were raised, for example, it would help a lot. There's more, it's more accessible to people. Some that really weren't needed per se,
Mhm.
but yes.
and then you'd have to talk to FAA about that because even though that
I wouldn't, y'all.
out there ways, there's a distance where you can't raise anything over a certain level.
Right, right.
And it's my understanding too, that once we fill out this application, the Texas Parks and Wildlife, they come out and see if it's something that is needed before they actually approve the application.
Oh, that's cool.
So the issue is now. This is one tool that I think we need to have.
So if we apply for it, that doesn't necessarily mean that we actually, I mean, we're gonna spend the $250, but doesn't necessarily mean we'll be approved for it.
And I didn't look over the actual application, the data, whatever it is. Do we need, if we approve it, we need to decide who's gonna be our hunter or whatever you wanna call that. And when we talked about this in Lost Control, you mentioned it, like we talked about the sheriff's department calling them out, but by the time they get out there, I mean, you may have a deer on the runway as a plane is coming in. Somebody's got to take action immediately
Yes, and
or circle that plane or whatever.
that's one of the main issues that I have is whoever is put on this permit, whoever y'all decide is put on this permit. I highly advise that's their job per se. For example, like, hey, you have, I don't know, I'm just brainstorming here. You have a week, your one task is to do what you have to do to be out there.
Yeah.
Because like you said, we see them.
They're gone.
By the time, hey, you know, you need to get this out here. Like you said, by the time they show up, you're gone.
Well, I'm gonna throw it back at you. You're the manager. You should be bringing us people you want on this list. Because if I was you, I would have my everything done. The FFA would have been contacted, all the stuff. So I'm throwing that back on you. So you tell us who you think should be on this permit.
I like to get together, for example, with Dwayne, you know, and if maybe he knows somebody.
And your board,
Whatever.
did your board have suggestions?
I never heard back from that board. He's been busy. He had, one gentleman he had in mind that would offer a more professional volunteer.
Did you, Gary, did you know of anyone that they had actually in mind?
no, but they stress that it ought to be a professional hunter. So because we've got planes in those hangars, you don't want to shoot towards the hangars or the fuel tanks. You know,
Could be bad.
whenever we get to go out there and do that, we're gonna have to take them out there and show them. Or you will show them all the dangers out there and where we don't want anything shot at, because they've been all around the hangars. You've seen them over there by the small hangars, you know, inside the fence. And you know, deer, you can't predict. They may just sit there and watch a plane land, or they may run out in front of it, just like out here on the highway.
Right.
You never can predict what they're gonna do. So,
But even if you went with a hunter, you'd still have the same problem of having to call them and wait for them to get there and circle the plane or whatever you need to do, or send them to Dumas, however you have to do that. But anyway, I still, I don't know. If you have, how many employees do you have?
Myself and 2 full-time guys.
And none of them feel comfortable being a shooter?
Not the guys I have now. Of course, there's,
And that's okay if they don't. I wouldn't feel comfortable
I'm
being a
not a
shooter.
gun guy.
I would assume that they would have to be a license. They would have to have their hunting license.
oh yeah, for sure, but that includes a lot of people. Professional hunter is somebody that goes out and guides and does all this, helps other people take animals. But the only other thing you do is have explosive nets out there to shoot over the deer. You know, that'd be hard too. You'd have to have a bunch of them.
Oh, I get it. The explosion shoots the net. I
Yeah.
was thinking the net landed on them and then exploded. I was like, hey, getting a little crazy now. I don't know.
They usually catch turkeys and stuff like that when they're transporting them to another state, if they've got
Oh,
another
okay.
deal with them or something, you
That
know.
would be kind of fun to do.
Except to go, deer can kick pretty darn good. I wouldn't want to do it.
You wouldn't want to wrestle them in the net.
No, they're liable to hurt you.
Well, these options we talk about, to me, this is just another tool that
Yeah.
we can have in the toolbox.
Yeah.
All these other options. So,
Well, yeah, get us a plan. I don't see a plan yet.
So do you want to explore the possibility of raising that fence if that's I mean, I think we need to explore every option. And Commissioner Kirksey said, get more of a plan on who's gonna do it and if the FFA is agreeable, which I'm assuming that they already have those kind of things worked out.
But I'd still like to hear from, I like what Chris or Commissioner Prock said was, what does the FFA say? I would really like you to do them and just have something in writing that says they're okay with it. Or they got ruled.
Well, even though we're allowed under this, I mean, there's still gonna be regulations that the FAA has that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not gonna just let anybody with their
With a
right
hunting license.
grounds,
Yeah.
right?
What I would
I took a
suggest,
hunting safety course in 3rd grade and I can do it now.
what I would suggest is talk to the game warden too. He may know somebody and know somebody that's available right here in Border.
I know this is weird, but is there and I know it's impossible, but is there a particular time where we see a increase of deer on the runway?
mornings, sun up and sundown.
Okay,
Those are the times I'm more out there. Because of that, I'm more on edge, if you will.
yeah.
So, but yes, that's.
And then also, when the deer are in the rut, those bucks will do anything, follow a doe and chase them.
Yeah.
So,
I'll have you.
Unlike a couple people I know.
I'll have you a full report.
Okay, perfect. We'll just table this. Okay. All right, thanks, Baltazar.
Wayne, don't laugh too much.
Do I hear a motion to table this agenda item?
I'm just thinking about filling this freezer. I moved to table the predation permit with Texas Parks and Wildlife.
Anybody second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to table this item till we get some further information. All in favor? Okay. Brandon, you want this? And then you can, if you don't mind, going ahead and signing that, and then we'll make a copy of
We're
it.
out there.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They're all. I like the explosive net thing. I'd like to play with one of those.
They're not that fun.
Just,
Not?
I tried to rescue a fawn one time, got killed me.
Oh, really? How far
Hung up in a fence.
will they shoot the net? I mean,
Oh, I've seen them on TV. That's, you know, and they spread out like there's a whole flock of turkeys. It'll shoot over them. They'll get most of them.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Transport them to another state or whatever they be. Yeah.
Got handed God.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is item 3, to consider and or approve the issuance of a U.S. bank credit card to the ag extension agent. Which that's is Caitlin, right? Just a card for Caitlin. Okay, do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the issuance of a U.S. bank credit card to ag extension agent.
No, second.
Okay, we have motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. All right, item 4 is to consider and or approve applying for the unclaimed capital credits. Do this every year, get back various amounts. I don't know, I'd attach some info. It's just time to fill out that application again. Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve applying for unclaimed capital credits.
Second.
Okay, we have motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. All right, item 5, consider and or approve the law enforcement support office surplus authorization for the Hutchinson County Sheriff's Office. We've done this also for a number of years. Sheriff, what kind of surplus do you all usually get from this?
Well, currently, this is previous to me. This was, we have 2 vehicles that are parked at the road bridge. We have a couple of rifles that were collected in this program. Honestly, since I got there, I've been trying to figure out a way to get it back. It's on. But going through that situation with the government, they said pretty much the only way we can get rid of them is giving them to another agency that wants them. And they won't take them back. They just said we give them to somebody in another agency. And nobody wants them. So,
The Hummer or whatever,
the Hummer.
the tank or whatever.
Yeah, Wayne has checked through the Hummer. He can tell you any specifics on that outside of it's pretty much worthless.
We can let the hunter use it. We can let the airport
The
hunter. use it.
airport hunter can have it.
But nevertheless, we have them in our custody. We have to do a report every year. We have to send it in every year. This is what it is.
Okay, so this is just a report. It's not applying for the whole program again.
It's a report and reapplication because we have to do it every year just
Okay.
because we have them in. our-
Because you have that. Okay, thank you. All right, do I hear a motion?
Move to approve the law enforcement support office surplus authorization for the Hutchinson County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, with motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? I have signed that. Okay. All right, item 6 is to consider and or approve the county website content management system changes. Richard.
So if you saw the emails that I've sent out prior on this topic, the federal government, they published in the Federal Register a set of new rules for ADA requirements for websites. We did have a deadline next April. They extended that just last week to 2 years from now. But we're still gonna have to change our content management system because TAC is changing as well. Currently we pay $1,500 a year for our website. TAC is going up to, it's gonna be $9,000 a year plus $10,000 a year, $9,550 a year plus a $8,950 migration fee. So I've had also other providers that have been contacting me. The very first day I worked here, somebody called me and said, hey, have you seen these new ADA rules and you need a new website? So we've been looking at different content providers because this is going to be, basically we're going from 1,500 to 25,000 or 20,000. So we've been looking at different providers. The top 3 that we came up with were TAC's new system, TAC CIRA.
Kira.
Kira.
Yeah.
the tax zero system, Civics Plus, and GovStack. We had, TAC didn't give us a demo because they said, yeah, it's just like your current website. We're just doing a new template that'll be ADA compliant, but the back end is going to be the exact same thing that you currently have. The Civics Plus gave us a demo. It was fairly decent piece of software. I believe you were in on that demo and you were in on that demo as well, I think, when we did Civics Plus. I don't remember.
Yes.
But it was fairly nice. It had some of the features we need. It has their focus on ADA compliance. And if you remember, I pointed this out during the demo, is their focus is what's called a alternate or conforming alternate version. That's one of the things in the past for ADA compliance you could have. So if you had a document that wasn't ADA compliant, well, let me step back. ADA compliance means that you need somebody who has vision problems. They use screen readers and stuff like that to be able to see the website. So there's a whole set of rules, and there's a whole new set of rules that are coming out that we have to be compliant to. Anyway, one of the things in the past that has been used is alternate conforming versions. And so if you had a document that a screen reader couldn't use, if you had a text document beside it that was a different length, that's an alternate conforming version, then that would be considered compliant. However, in the new rules, they specifically state that alternate conforming, let me get my terminology right, alternate conforming versions should be used only when it's not technically feasible to do something else. So GovStack's focus really is the alternate conforming versions, and the rules say you really need to stay away from alternate conforming version as much as you possibly can. So, or no, that was Civics Plus. So the other one that who gave us a demo, it was very good software. It was the best in both Felix and my consideration, was GovStack. Their philosophy is, let's make it ADA compliant. Let's not do an alternate conforming version. Let's just make it ADA compliant to start with. And so we really liked their software. They also are the cheapest option when you consider a 5-year total. They have the highest migration fee, but they have the lowest annual fee. So in a 5-year span, they're going to be the cheapest. Both of them have, one of the things that we want to do is we want to try to combine some of the other websites that we have into our main site. Specifically, we've talked with the sheriff about the sheriff's website because there's a very high cost. His website's going to have to become ADA compliant as well. And the quotes that he got, pretty significant. I have it in here somewhere. 7,000 migration fee and a $3,000 annual fee. If we can pull the sheriff's site back into our main site, then we'll save that money. So one of the ways that we would be able to do that was with a news tool. We specifically asked both GovStack and Civics Plus, hey, here's the sheriff's site. Can I do that? Can each inmate's, because right now we have a roster out on the sheriff's site. And can we do that like as use a news tool that each inmate is basically a news article. And so GovStack was the one who actually suggested that to us when we showed them to the sheriff's website. They're like, hey, you could use a news tool to do that. I asked Civic Plus and they never responded. I sent them 2 different emails saying, hey, do you guys have a news tool that I can use for this? And they just never responded to me. I did go out and look at some of the people that have Civics Plus websites, and they do have a news tool. So I assume that we could do the same thing. They just have never verified. They just haven't replied back to me. So we're really hoping that if we go with either Civics Plus or GovStack, that we'd be able to combine the sheriff's page in. We've also talked to the museum and the tax office have their separate pages, and we'll combine those in. There's a few others, but I just haven't talked to them yet, but they're.
So are we talking about any of us who run Facebook pages?
Now, that's a whole different story.
That's a whole different story.
Yes, there will be some Facebook compliance that's going to have to be done. I'm in the process of doing a video that I'm going to send out to everybody that has a Facebook page that says, here's how you make Facebook posts ADA. Now, because they gave us a year's leeway on that, we don't have to be compliant on our Facebook pages until the April of 28. So we have plenty of time on Facebook. We don't have plenty of time on the website because the change in cost from TAC. So we really have to make a decision now. It actually would have been good if we could have made it a couple of months ago, but it just took me some late time to. I wanted to view all the various tools that are in. Now, I will say currently, virtually every website, every county website in the Texas Panhandle currently uses TAC, but that was because it was $1,500. So there was, like, when they very first started calling me these companies for web hosting, I was like, you can't beat the TAC price.
Right.
There's no reason not to do TAC at $1,500. Well, since that's not true anymore, I suspect you're gonna see quite a few of them move to another provider. So Civics Plus has a couple of county websites in the state, but mostly they have municipal websites. GovStack has mostly municipal websites in the state. GovStack is a Canadian company, but they do have many clients in Texas. The College Station was one that I like their website. They just were really impressive, and we really like them. They are the cheapest cost over 5 years, so they're the ones that we are recommending that we proceed with and get a contract, bring it to you guys, and get it approved at the next meeting. So, any other questions?
So can you just go back over the migration fee for GovStack?
So the migration fee would be a $14,949, and then the annual fee is $6,080.
It's on that document.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to say it out loud.
I did look at a couple of those, like Kamal County, I think they have Civic Plus. It is very polished.
They are. I've even looked at, there's a few of the larger counties that have the new tax website, and the new template, it does look good. It's just the fact that they're not changing the tools behind is really what really leads me to want to go somewhere else. Plus, they're gonna be, over a 5-year period, it's almost.
They're the most expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the, we'll have to do the migration fee now, but we saved all that money on our fire scanning. And so I'll have it within the budget to do that. So it's not a problem to fit this into what we have. We won't have to do any other outlays or anything.
How long does it take to actually get this?
5 to 6 months.
Okay, so we'll meet the deadline.
Well, it'll need to be 5 months because we need to have it done by the end of September. Because our membership, our fees from TAC.
Oh, that's right.
October 1.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we'll have to have it done by October 1.
Okay.
So, which we'll just, Civic Plus, I didn't get a timeline from them. I assume it's similar. GovStack told me it was a 5 to 6 month. Some of the other providers told me that it would be a full 6 months. Some of the ones that we just didn't bring to you because they just didn't have what we need. So it'll be a process, because they'll design a website and we'll have to, other departments have major areas, like she has a major area on the website. So we'll have to, it won't be just me. We'll have to get everybody involved in designing this new website and figuring out our individual pages and stuff like that. They're also, one of the things that I haven't talked about, we have a lot of PDFs on our website. As a matter of fact, I would say the vast majority of our documents are PDFs.
Right.
Those are not, there's not a single PDF currently on our website that's 100% ADA compliant. It's hard to make a PDF 100% ADA compliant. There are some tools out there. GovStack has one, Civics Plus has one that we looked at, where they make one of those alternate conforming versions available where you have the PDF and then it makes a text. And in this case, I think we could argue that the technical feasibility of us making every single PDF compliant prevents us from doing that, and we have to use the alternate conforming version. And so I think that would be a good argument. However, since the deadline to have the full compliance is now been pushed back a year, I think we would budget that for the next year and try to implement that in the next year. So we'll implement the website, get it as compliant as we can, and then we'll worry about getting all the PDFs
All the PDFs.
in the next year.
You would think Civic Plus would have that because that's what we use that attaches to the website, the agenda.
Well, I mean, every PDF to make it compliant really starts with the where you generate the document from. So say you take a Word document, you make it compliant in Word, and then you generated a PDF, and it's just something that we haven't done. It's once again, it's more training that's going to be required for our staff is how to make their PDFs as compliant as possible. And I have found more than one service out there that does the, hey, we'll make a text version of your PDF available. So there actually will be, when we talk about that again, there will be several options. And I fully suspect as, you know, AI has become a major portion of our lives, that there's going to be other options where they're going to say, here's an AI thing, they'll look at your PDF and make a text copy. That's, as a matter of fact, I know there's another company that just announced one just last week. So there'll be options on the PDFs. We need to make them as compliant as we possibly can. So we're going to do training on that, how to use Word to make a document compliant, then how to use the Adobe software to make it compliant. And then even our PDFs that come out of our software, like our Tyler products or out of the our agenda stuff, how do we have to look at all those as well and say, hey, are those fine? Now, if it's on a third-party website, so like on our Civics Plus, our agenda, it's actually on their website.
Right.
We don't have to make it compliant because that's not on our website. We just link to it.
Okay.
So, but if it's hosted on our website, so it's a report that we print out of Tyler and we put on our website, it has to be compliant. It doesn't matter that we didn't generate the report. It's
Like all of our budget stuff.
all of our budget stuff,
Okay.
all of our monthly reports we do for some of the clerk's office.
Right.
All of that has to be compliant. But fortunately, like I said, that's not until April of 28.
Right. We got a minute.
Yeah, and so that's why to make all of those completely compliant, I don't see it feasible. We'd have to, you'd have to have a couple of people on staff that all they did is. And so that's why if we can do a tool that does an alternate version, I think that would be in our best interest, even though it's probably going to be, like, I know the Civics Plus one, they told us it was $7,000 a year for that tool. It's probably going to be something we'll end up having to do. As a matter of fact, I'll budget for it in my budget. I'll just budget for the Civics Plus one. Then if we find a different tool or if we find theirs, that's fine. So, but I will budget for it because it's something we're just going to have.
We're going to have it.
Yeah.
No.
Any other questions? Then what I would like to do is if you guys would agree that we can go forward with GovStack, I would like to bring you a GovStack proposal at the next meeting.
Sounds good.
Okay. I think I have the next agenda. item.
Yes, you do. Yeah. We probably need, a motion to,
Authorize him. to
Right.
Move forward with this.
do I hear that motion?
I move to authorize Richard Hine and the IT department to move forward with GovStack in regards to content management for our county website.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Thanks for that presentation. It was a lot, I'm sure. All right. Item 7 is to consider and or approve new lease agreement with AW Broadband.
Second here. Okay, still haven't received a response. We do have, I am going to ask you to table this item because Craig requested a change.
Oh, okay.
And I have not heard a response back from AW Broadband yet on the change.
Okay.
Just to go over when, we had a public information request for all contracts we had with outside entities dealing with our towers. And the only contract we have is with AW Broadband. And then when we saw the contract that we currently had, or the agreement that we currently had, we realized that it really doesn't match reality. So we went out and asked them to generate a new agreement that matches what we're actually doing with each other. And so this is the agreement that they had. There's just one section of it that it's on page 4 of the agreement, the very first paragraph. to sound like it's part of the previous paragraphs, and it's really should be a new paragraph. And so Craig suggested some language to make that clear, and I just haven't heard back from AW Broadband. So I'm recommending we table this, and I'll bring it to you at the next meeting.
Okay. Do I hear a motion?
The motion that we table the new lease agreement with the AW Broadband until we hear back from them.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
All right. Item 8 is Alan's bond for county fire marshal. We thought we'd have it by now, but we haven't got it. So I need a motion to table that, and hopefully by next meeting we'll have it.
I'll make a motion to table a $5,000 bond for Alan Wells, County Fire Marshal.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, item 9 is to consider and or approve acceptance of the TDM Hazard Mitigation Grant Program for the annex generator. We're super excited to get this news. This has been a long time coming. It feels like. So, do y'all have any questions on, we brought it to the court to approve going out for that hazard mitigation grant for the annex generator, that we've been awarded the grant, and this is just the acceptance of that. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the acceptance of the TDM Hazard Mitigation Grant Program for the annex generator.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. All right, item 10 is update on any ARP grant projects. We have an update on the doors, right? Gary?
Yeah, they should be putting them in anytime they've got them ordered, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're there? Okay. Yeah, I've been gone too,
Oh, sweet.
so, yeah.
All right.
Good, good.
Good.
I was gonna find out today. I've got to go there and sign some bills.
Anything else? No? Okay. All right, item 11 is to consider and or approve the burn ban or rescind the burn ban.
Place or high end on that is now 635 with a mean of 572 for the entire county. So till we get
No
a
change?
significant amount of rain, no change.
Okay, thank you. I got sprinkled on yesterday. Just got my car dirty.
Where were you, down south?
No, actually in town.
Around here.
The drops at the house.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
I guess I missed that.
I did too.
You had to be there.
It was a drop
Yeah,
and a drop.
There's a good chance this weekend.
I hope so.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, item 12 is to consider and or approve requests for the use of the club rooms at the Border Library or Fritz.
Only thing I have is September 25th, there's gonna be a class reunion.
I have the Medicare training at 3:00 on May 5th. And then we have the runoff election starts the 14th through all the way through.
26.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's really all that I have
So far.
so far.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
Ready, set, I move, man. I move to approve. I move to approve the use of the club rooms in Fritz and Border.
Okay.
Not for me, somebody else can have it.
Back. We got stuff to do. Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. All right, item 13, consider and or approve line item changes, transfers and or budget amendments. Forgot to print that out. Oh, okay.
Just have, budget amendment for the donations that we then received for February and March, and then also for the Leo's funds that were received for the sheriff and constable too.
Right here,
A couple
right here, a motion.
transfers.
Anybody?
I'll make a motion to approve the line item changes, transfers, or budget amendments.
Second.
Okay, with motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Item 14, consider and or approve advertising, opening, accepting or awarding bids. Anything? Item 15, consider and or approve donations to Hutchinson County.
We've got Star Flag here. We would like to say thank you very much for awarding us the 2,500 to extend our STEM learning program for all three branches of the library.
Cool.
Yes. That's awesome. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
Great.
I know
Yeah.
you already did a photo op, but
Yeah.
can I get a photo with you guys?
Yeah.
That was
And
all of y'all, because all of y'all were gone.
right, we were gone,
Yeah.
but I just need a motion to approve the donation.
Move to approve the donation from Sparklight for the library.
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. And we'll get a picture real quick.
Then for you think we can get a smaller check? I don't think they could deposit that.
In your request. I would like a big check.
Yeah. You tried to.
Gonna be the median.
Here, let me get.
I'm blogging.
Are we good?
Did I suck in?
There's a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Check it out.
Thank you. Very appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. You too.
Nancy, thanks for letting us be in the picture
You think?
since we were all gone. You're right.
Well, corporate came in and they already had that date set.
Yeah, that's good.
We tried to change it, but
You're good.
That's awesome.
You didn't want us in the picture, did you?
Okay, item 16 is discussion of the county judges and commissioners precinct daily operations. Anybody got anything?
Abnormal.
Remind you all of anything?
Typical culvert stuff and sign replacement.
Got a new sign for the JP's office, which explains more about what they got and everything.
Oh,
And the last time I checked, we didn't have our curtains yet. Still building them.
oh, yeah.
Get to work.
Okay, anything else?
So just so everyone knows, at the West Texas conference, and I left it in the car, so I apologize. Our judge won official of the year of the last year, so that was,
Congratulations.
well, these are.
thank you.
You're sitting in my car and I'll go get it after.
Thank you.
Adam had your door prizes.
Yeah, I hope I see that.
Yeah.
I told him I could take it so I could choose, but I won one, but they're already gone.
Oh, you don't know what you got?
I think JD, Claire's from NACO, I think he said it was a gift card.
Oh,
So he's the bid seller, or JD would use it.
oh, sweet.
But
It was really cool, Judge, because
Thank you.
when they stood up and talked and kind of talked about how you got where you are and where you were, it was kind of neat. I learned stuff that day.
Annette videoed it for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I learned about you.
Oh.
Kind of cool.
Well, thank you.
Nothing blackmail worthy, but.
Yeah.
Update, over at the jail, our big walk-in freezer, having some issues with that. We've had to call the shop several times to come fix it. They're kind of doing CPR on it. Figure it out and bring it back to life. We did have to order a smaller freezer that we can put stuff that that can't be thawed out at all. We have some stuff that, you know, that is refrigerator worthy, we can keep in there, but the frozen stuff, we have to get a freezer and figure out how we can store it and sell it for a little bit. so they can figure out how we can, move forward with repairing that. Hopefully, I don't have to have a bigger conversation on how we can do replace the thing, but I haven't even got a quote yet, I wouldn't have a clue how much that costs, but I just wanna let you know that we're having some issues with it.
So now we don't even have a place to put the deer.
Yeah.
All right,
Now we don't even have a place to put the deer.
Sorry.
Yeah, too soon. That's about as I said, too soon. Too soon. We'll set up some counseling later.
okay, anything further on item 16? Okay. Item 17. Oh my gosh, we have a bunch. Consider and or approve the sale of struck off tax properties or tax deeds. We do have a bunch.
Yeah, back in action, folks.
Yeah, they were all.
Pretty.
Okay, the first one is a tax deed. The address on that is 127 R line. The appraisal value was 1,000. They have offered $300. Is that yours?
That's it. That's
Yeah.
It's just an empty lot that they've cleared off
Yes.
up there south of Carolina Street.
Do I hear a motion?
I was going to, I didn't want his efforts to be in vain.
Yeah.
It's just,
The guy's from California that's buying it. Mhm.
yeah. You can click.
Is that it? Yeah.
Yep, to the right. That house is still there.
Yeah, just that big empty lot.
So I move to approve that offer. Yeah, he bought two, but submitted bids for two.
Oh, okay, so want to do them both at the same time? The other one is,
Pretty sure if there's in California.
yeah, it's the same person. The other one is located at 2005 Hubert. Is that yours too?
That's not mine.
No, that's Ben's, isn't it?
He's got three then.
And with the
Oh.
job description is 805.
Mhm. Okay, well, let's do this one first then, since this one's yours.
Well, Chapman's mine.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the 80, yeah, the 807.
2005 Huber is the person buying it, but the side description is 804 Chapman.
Oh,
It's kind of confusing.
I'm sorry.
It's-
I looked at the wrong thing.
Chris's.
Yeah, okay.
Right here.
Oh, 804
Property,
Chapman, yeah. Okay.
Farm and I will each come up.
And that's an empty lot too. Over in Rock Creek. I think that's the only, he doesn't have any other ones,
Okay. So
but I would
do I hear a motion?
approve that, both of those offers.
Okay, we have motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right. Let's move over to tax deed at 706 Durr. The appraisal value is 800. They're offering 1,250. And
On
it
that, it
appears
says,
to just be an
no,
empty lot.
it says demo, but that house is still there.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully they'll demo it.
On demo list.
But it also says demo it on the paper. But they didn't, that one's still, that house is still there. If that house is at 706 Durr, like the pictures and the Google map shows, that house is still.
That's
Just like that.
October of 2005, this Google show it.
I drove by it Sunday.
Yeah.
But the house still looks like that's maybe a little less paint.
Is that yours too?
Yeah.
Mhm, okay.
Move to approve that one.
Okay. They're here second.
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion on that one? All in favor? Okay.
Okay.
All right, the next one is 715 Platt Street. The appraisal value is 1,600. They're offering 1,600. Oh, no, they're offering 600.
And that one is demoed. That house is gone, so it's just those two evergreen trees. So I'll move to approve that offer as well.
Okay. I hear a second.
That's second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right,
Nothing too.
right here, we have one more tax deed. This one is, oh, there's two in there? Yeah, those are,
Oh, this.
um,
For French ISD.
this one is Canadian Street in Fritch.
And
The
then from the,
appraisal value, it's a tax deed from Texas Communities Group,
Yes.
1440, and they're offering $10. That's from the school.
yeah, that's what I was a little confused with, because I thought when we did the Texas Community Group, they have a minimal,
Well, but I know,
because they have a minimum bid of a certain percentage of the value, I thought.
well, a minimum bid of 250,
Well, that's what we said, not what Texas Community Group said.
right?
So when it said $10,
So what's the number?
It was
I mean,
961.
we've had some in mind, they're like 50, but I don't know what the minimum was.
Yeah,
because I don't want to bend our rules or what,
yeah.
I don't want to say rule, but our norm because of Texas Community Group, just taking a bid at 10. So, I mean, I appreciate everything Texas Community Group does because they're doing a great job, but so with all my jabbering, I would like to counter offer at $250
Okay,
based on the standards set by the future or the past, the future.
okay, there's two of them,
Yes,
so 250 for each.
yes, I'd like to counter offer.
Does it make a difference that they're another taxing entity?
You still have to approve them.
Oh, I get that, but as far as the amount of the bid,
So I guess I was
Well, it's
confused.
the school offering.
yeah, it's the school, it's Sanford French ISD. For both of those,
Is this area
Canadian
By the
Street,
baseball fields.
yeah,
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I didn't get that one and mine's totally different. I have the other ones that we're gonna talk about. I didn't get that one. And probably based on what my wife does for a living, I have to excuse myself from that. I have to recuse myself, not excuse myself. There is no excuse for me. But I can recuse myself from voting on that topic. I apologize. I'm looking at the other ones that we're about to talk about.
Those offers, these already done.
pretty much.
I never got that from thing.
Well, they were attached to the agenda.
Who are on it?
Oh, well, I mean, when Amber sends them to me.
She doesn't send these, I do.
They're different.
Okay,
Well, she only sends these. These are like already pretty much
Like the-
done.
They're like.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I won't argue.
Yeah, so. Since that's another taxing entity, do y'all want to approve those? They're just empty lots. See,
I think all the other ones, I mean,
Yeah.
we go through Texas.
exactly like that.
We go through Texas Community Groups, it's another it's the city. It's another taxing entity too, so I mean, it's the same thing.
You have individuals vote on those or bid on those.
They do.
Yeah, they can bid on these too, though.
So what do y'all want to do?
Where are those located right there?
Out by the baseball field in Fridge, if you know where that's at.
Offer from them.
That's it.
Or they want to expand,
See the baseball fields back there?
Baseball fields are here.
well, I assume it's gonna be used for the baseball field some way.
I don't know. Maybe they're gonna put their- build another baseball field. I don't know.
I don't know.
Start a rumor.
And they're just offering $10 for each one.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to charge another entity to put money into their and our pockets.
Right.
So, like you said, I'm fine with it.
Okay. I've got a motion.
Make an exception.
It's just this one, or do they,
There's two.
yeah, so then they're next to each other?
Yeah, they're just adjacent lots.
Yeah, I'd make a motion to approve both offers. Sanford ISD.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on those two? All in favor? And Dwight abstains. Okay. Thank you. All right, the next one is tax deed. Look at all that. It attached a lot of stuff to that. It is 508 Elk Drive in Sanford. Submitting an offer of 200 has been made by Isaac Harris. Taxes haven't been paid since 89. It was struck off in 2000 and appraised at $690.
So this is where I would say counter offer 250.
Okay. Do I hear a second on that?
I'll second.
Motion to counter offer at 250 and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay, and the next one is 0 Sunflower Lane in Fritch. Offering $100 has been made by Christina Bond. Taxes haven't been paid since 14. It was struck off in 26 and appraised at $37.60. And it looks like an empty lot again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And
I counter at 250.
do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? And then the last one is 0 AV Lane in Fridge, offering 250 has been made by Fontaine Parker and Peggy Parker. It was struck off in 2000 and appraised at $710.
I move to award that offer as presented.
Is this it? Just that little empty lot right
Yeah,
there?
just-
It's not the other stuff? Okay. Okay, we have a motion to accept. Do I hear a second?
Second.
And a second, any further discussion? All in favor? We hadn't had that many in a long time. Since we sold all the property in Bridge. It's a lot. Okay, the next item on the agenda, we're gonna adjourn into executive session, section 551.074, personnel matters. At, I'm gonna say 10:33.
long as we like you. What? I don't know.
You look older.
Thank you.
You celebrate?
Okay.
You had a weekend already, didn't you?
This-
Oh, my gosh. You spent the first week as an 18-year-old grounded. That'll teach you to be an adult.
Okay, we went out at 10:33. Eleven 13. Okay. No. Oh. Right. Yeah, the next item on the agenda is to consider and or approve any action, but no action at this time. So the next item on the agenda is item 20, our budget workshop. We have a couple of things. Sheriff, did you want to present the SRO presentation? And I put this on the budget workshop simply because this is going to be something that we're going to have to consider for budget for the next, well, when we start doing budget.
So, a couple weeks ago, the French School District had an instruction about bringing up a proposal to them as far as the sheriff's office possibly providing a school resource officer in their school. Obviously, it's something that the sheriff's office has never done. But not saying that we can't. So looking at their request and kind of bringing up a couple of their concerns on why they wanted me to present this. I said, I think I can put something together, but obviously the biggest issue is that with this is the foundation of this is how we're going to fund it. And if the commissioner's court would be willing to. I told them, I was like, I'll put something together, I'll bring it to the commissioner's court and see that if, and I already told them this is a budgetary thing, we're going to have to budget for it. So it wouldn't be till October, but if the commissioner's court would get funding. So I did present some or put some information together and I guess we'd go.
Yeah, it was a text.
Of a couple of different options that we could look at. I did make sure that I did be very transparent with it as far as our pay compared to a couple of, well, we'll say French Police Department, our pay rate is a little higher than theirs. So I already told them, I said, it will be more expensive. They voiced to me that wasn't a concern to them. They just wanted us to provide a proposal. And then if y'all ever agreed to an amount and we take it back to them, they would look at it in their boards to see if they could. But I didn't want to go through all the work and it not be funded. So I wanted to get that out of the way first. Do you want me to go through the proposal or the different options?
Sure.
So option, looking at a couple of other agencies that do SRO programs, they usually do a split on the salary and benefits from the district to the agency for the government organization. A proposal with, I think French right now is an 80-20. But like I said, the ratios are a little bit different, so I can't really compare that because it wouldn't be on our scale. Obviously, you can look in here and see like an 80-20 split. I did get numbers from Amy as far as what an overall total cost with benefits and salary with that additional officer position. And then taking that number and it says splitting it between the percentage rates, which is either 80-20, 70-30, or 60-40. That's just what I provided. If y'all even wanted to look at a different option, we could definitely look at that.
So the email, sorry to interrupt you, the email you sent, you said that city pay, you mean county on that, right?
County, yes.
So,
Sorry.
so the city's not
There
funding.
could be a couple of something.
No, you're good. So the city's not funding anything.
This is specifically for school district.
And the county.
Yeah, okay.
But I said I tried to break it down the best I could as far as in looking at that overall total, that is, we have a lot of different options when it comes to like the benefit side of it. So that was an average on the benefit, and the overall base salary is going to be the same. It was the same for everything, but the benefits we're a average between all of the deputies and what they make, and then I average that out to get the number of that number you see there, 95,892. Even at a 60-40 split, I will say this is still gonna be a little more expensive than what Bridge Police Department had offered them. So they say either way, it's gonna be more expensive. So I'm not even gonna say that we all decide if y'all did want to fund it, that they would even accept it. It might be too expensive for them. I don't know. But I gotta start somewhere, and I just need to know if I should continue this on and look at doing this, or if y'all didn't want to fund it at all.
So they approached you and the city, and they got the city to give them.
They said they were reaching out. As far as what they told me is they're reaching out to numerous options.
Okay.
And
Just to cover their-
they came to me and asked me if I would present something.
Okay.
So if your option is gonna be higher, I wouldn't think it'd be
Well,
wow.
there's some other
Factors.
factors, yes.
Oh,
Good way to put it. As far as staffing and personnel and things like that, there's a couple of other factors in there that they could consider.
Mhm.
oh, that would
Yeah.
make it
Benefit.
better.
From what I was told is it said that they're less concerned about the money, more concerned about the overall application of the program, making sure that it's up and running and running smoothly. So like I said, I don't want to speak for them because I don't know what they're going to choose. In this situation, I just need to know if we were willing to consider funding it at the budget and what kind of number we're looking at there.
Rich is, what percentage of the county,
As far as like overall,
coverage or I guess,
well, I mean, as far as
It
the
varies.
populated area, it's the
Yeah.
most populated unincorporated area of the county.
Yeah.
But then we look at square miles, as far as square mileage, it's in that area way more than everybody else. Overall populated area is the French area.
okay. I like the 80-20.
City of Borders providing SRO for Stinnett.
Correct. I believe theirs was an 80-20 as well.
Yeah, I like that option. I lean towards that one.
What happens during the summer with this person?
So definitely some logistics that we've talked about, especially with my administration. One of the areas that we have to look at is we don't pay overtime. There is some extracurricular activities that the school has said that they would want to have an officer at. In those activities, they would collect comp time, but having some ability to adjust that comp time out on summer break and Christmas break, Thanksgiving break, that's where we would have to do that to make sure we got that comp time back down.
Right.
So overall, as far as like the providing the bigger benefit for the sheriff's office, this isn't greatly going to help the sheriff's office as far as adding another position on the street. This is helping the school provide that resource officer in the school specifically. Now, in times where the school wasn't in session and that officer needed a place to go, and obviously we could always use somebody else to plug into the field. That's what that would happen. We pull them on, put them into the field for that specific amount of time, and then whenever the school is back in session or needed them for an activity, they would always prioritize the school.
Right. Okay.
So they would be our employee, we would pay their paycheck and the
Correct.
school would just reimburse us
Yes,
annually, quarterly, monthly.
their insurance, everything would be on us. They would just,
So they would be a Hutchinson County employee.
they would be a Hudson County Sheriff's Office deputy.
Mhm.
80% paid.
That would be worked out in like the agreement, how often they're gonna, if it's an annual payment to us or a quarterly payment.
We would definitely sit down and figure out how the payments that. But there is a lot of, I said, a lot of agencies are going to these, or to this as far as school resource officers. So there's a lot of templates to look at. There's a lot of, a lot of things that we can do to adjust how it better fits us. There's Hansford County, they actually have a SRO for Berber. And the county actually provides all of the benefits, the pay and everything for the deputy. And the school provides all the equipment, the vehicles and all that stuff. So they do a different type of
Mhm.
situation. So we have all kinds of options. It's just where the board is comfortable of what you're willing to pay. And providing the service to the Bridge School District.
What are they doing right now?
Well, thank you for all your work.
I don't
I love
know.
that.
Isn't it the law?
I think it would be, I kind of like, trying that, something new and venturing out and honestly, I do look at what the school system is using now as a guardian program, which is good. It's what they're using. It's great, but having an additional resource for the sheriff's office that we can tie in with the school and not in just like overall emergency response, but just the training the guardians, because I already have Captain Hajar. He's already in with the First School District quite a bit. We've already went through numerous trainings with the guardians. Through our SB 22 funds, we purchased munitions weapons that we go out to the school. We train with them on active shooters. And we've actually have range time with them. We take them out to the range, all kinds of stuff. So this right here is just another point that we can kind of inject ourselves into, making sure that if something does happen, that we can hopefully get out of it as quickly as possible.
Well, good. Thank you.
Equipment, will that be something that we provide for them?
On this side of it, as I said, well, like I said, it's always subject to change, but as far as equipment, being that we're specific in what I have my guys carry as far as firearm, we provide the firearm, we provide the vest. Probably the vehicle, another situation, we do decide to go this direction. I have to look at maybe the vehicle and maybe one that we're going to auction off, being as an SRO vehicle, just putting a little money into it and keeping it around until we could get it on a rotation or something. But yeah, mostly the equipment, because it's very specific to what our agency carries. But some of it I have a little bit of a cache. So like when we bought firearms, I do have a spare firearm. As far as that would be an issue. A radio, I do have a spare. Vehicle, he says we don't really have a spare, but we have. But wow,
Thank you.
Y'all have any other questions for Sheriff, or do you need anything from us today, or just want to make us aware that you're working on this?
knowing that I need to move forward.
Is anyone greatly opposed to him moving forward with trying to work something out with Fritz?
Look into it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Good information. Okay, then one other thing on the budget was, Dwight has been working on, last time we met, we talked about a salary survey to our electeds. And so Dwight came up, I attached them to the agenda. I think y'all saw some potential questions. And we just kind of wanted to run that by everybody. Dwight sent it to me and I thought they looked great. I mean, it was short and sweet. And I think that's, as far as a survey, that's what we need. If y'all had a chance to read over there, was there anything that you felt like was lacking on that we needed to add to that or take off, or what are y'all's thoughts on the questions? Did y'all look at them?
Mhm.
Are you good with them? Everybody? Indifferent?
As I've said before, it needs to be had, so, I mean, that majority of the
So we can
dark voice in that too.
send it out and see what kind of response we get and go from there?
Good with it.
Okay. You'll work on that, Dwight? All right, great. Hey, anything else on the budget workshop? Now we're kind of running behind for our,
Department worksheets should be going out in the next week or two,
yeah,
so
thank
be on the
you.
lookout.
Yeah. Get started. Okay, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, motion second. Any discussion? Anyone opposed? All in favor? Okay,